Hello and welcome to another session on eductivity. It's always great to have you on here. Today we tackle an interesting problem in physics. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button if you haven't done so. Like, share, and let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Let's get this session as interactive as possible. If you are ready, I'm ready. So let's go. Our problem statement. A piece of paper and stone are dropped from the same height at the same time. Which of the two drops to the ground first? A. The paper. B. The stone. C. Depends. D. Both. I know most of you are in a rush to go with the first alternative. But let's delve deeper to look at the appropriate solution to the problem. As we always say, to attempt any question, we must look at topics that are pertaining to the problem. And in this case, we will look at Newton's second law of motion. Do you remember? The law states that the force acting on a body is directly proportional to the change in momentum of the body in the direction of the force. Mathematically, we say the force F equals to the mass times the acceleration. Looking at the scenario described in the problem, we get to know that the bodies fall from a height, and thus the force acting on the bodies is due to the weight of the bodies. This tweaks our formula and replaces the acceleration in our math expression to the acceleration due to gravity. So we say F, the weight of the body, equals to the mass times the acceleration due to gravity. In such a question, we should look at all possible scenarios and cases before reaching out to a final conclusion. In this problem, we'll look at two possible cases. The first one, when the medium of fall is assumed to be vacuum, and the second, when the medium of fall is not vacuum, and thus air resistance is not neglected. In the first case, the paper and stone will land at the same time. One may ask, but the stone is heavier than the paper. Although the stone is heavier than the paper, we should remember that acceleration on both masses are equal, because the acceleration due to gravity is independent of the masses of the two bodies. So in the case of vacuum, the two bodies fall to the ground at the same time. In the real world scenario, where air resistance is not neglected, the net downward force on the two items vary, so they will land at different times. Factors such as surface area, masses, material used for making various objects will determine which object will fall first. In this very case, the paper has a more surface area or has wider surface area than the stone. And so the stone will land first. This is because the larger the surface area of the paper would subject it to more air drag or air resistance. So depending on what scenario, we would be able to identify or determine with certainty which of the two materials will fall first. So the answer to the problem should be C. The one that gets to the ground first will depend on the scenario. I hope you enjoyed this session. I did myself. Please do well to like, share, and let us know your thoughts in the comment section. We'll catch you some other time with another problem. Until then, it's bye-bye from our end. Peace.